Let's do this. I just saw Chris Pratt's newest movie, Mercy, in theaters. The interesting thing is this comes from Amazon and it wasn't released on streaming, but it was a theatrical release. In this film, we see Chris Pratt playing Chris. Yeah, I guess it's just easy to remember. But the whole premise of this movie is Chris wakes up in a chair with Rebecca Ferguson's character, Judge Maddox, who's an artificial intelligence judge, or as they say, judge, jury, and executioner. As she tells him his wife has been murdered, he is the prime suspect, and he has 90 minutes to prove his innocence or death. And if you saw the trailer, you know that this movie is largely just from this room where he's being judged. He can use artificial intelligence's cameras, data to investigate and prove his innocence. So Amazon, I guess, is into these, I don't even know what the genre would be, but after War of the Worlds with Ice Cube, probably the worst movie of 2025. But similar in that movie, it's just Ice Cube who's working for the CIA or something behind his desk, looking through cameras and whatnot. Except that one was terrible. So I was thinking, all right, is Amazon going to continue the bad trend of movies? Or will this one be better? Well, you're about to find out. I feel like whenever you throw in artificial intelligence, it makes for an interesting plot. I mean, we had Eagle Eye back in the day, I, Robot, The Matrix. More recently, we had The Creator, great film if you haven't seen it, and the last two Mission Impossible movies. But does Mercy go into uncharted territory and elevate AI movies, or is it just kind of a drag? As far as the plot goes, I actually really enjoyed the mystery. I always like watching a movie where you're sitting there and thinking, okay, like, what's going on? Who are the prime suspects? And I drive people crazy. I'm constantly there going, I think it's this person or I think that. You know, if I spout off enough guesses, then one of them is going to be right, and I can be like, I told you guys, I'm pretty smart.
Sorry. Wait, I live this way.
And as far as mystery goes, this movie kept me engaged. It was a different experience. It felt less like a movie at times, and more like I was playing an interactive video game, or basically just the board game Clue in real life. Well, real life as I'm sitting in the movie theater watching a fake movie. As far as the cast goes, the two main leads were phenomenal. Well, okay, let's steer it back. I wouldn't say phenomenal, but I'd say they did a good job. They were given a script, and I think they performed the best they could based off what they had. Chris Pratt has a wide range of emotions in this movie. Obviously, he figured out his wife died. He performs it well. And Rebecca Ferguson, I guess it's hard to say she was doing tons of acting because she's a serious AI judge. But I don't know, Rebecca Ferguson has the face for that. It's intimidating, it's intense. If I saw her on the dance floor looking at me, I'd be like, man, please look at someone else. She's like a shark. In this movie, she does it well. It's kind of like Jared Leto playing the AI in Tron Ares. He didn't have to do a lot, but it worked really well for him. But besides these two, who honestly take up like 80% of the movie, I wouldn't say there's really any standout characters. The side characters definitely earn the name side characters. And at times I found myself thinking, all right, is this actually how people would be acting if they're talking to a family member or a friend who they know will be executed within 90 minutes if they don't prove their innocence? I'm not an FBI agent. Maybe they hired some FBI agents and said, yep, this is accurate. But it felt pretty cheesy and basic level acting and just weird lines, weird reactions. Wasn't really selling me. And the other thing about this movie is the AI is so intrusive. I mean, it has access to anybody's phones, cameras, really anything, as long as it's to the accuser's benefit of trying to prove their innocence or proving they're guilty. So there's like two sides to the coin. They're trying to show that AI is very smart and that can be used and be helpful. But on the other side, the movie is also showing us, hey, there's dangers to trusting AI too much. But what I found interesting is they never really hit on the intrusive part. I mean, the AI is breaking into people's phones. It's doing whatever it wants. And you think that would be like a big warning, like, hey, obviously these are issues. These are boundaries that we shouldn't cross. Because even the FBI and the law today has certain rules they have to follow. But they never really dived into that. And that's fine. That wasn't the point of the movie. I just found myself thinking, how is this just allowed? Like, there's no one complaining. But I guess when they make a prequel called Mercy, the Beginnings, we can see all that. Just kidding. Amazon, please don't do that. I did see some interesting critiques though online. One critic said, after leaving the movie, it just felt really weird. On one hand, they're trying to show how AI is good, and then all of a sudden it's an anti-AI movie at times too. Why is that even a critique? That's what makes the movie interesting, trying to show the flaws of AI, the strengths, the weaknesses, and should humans be fully trusting it? Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. Go see the movie if you want to find out. I mean, overall, the movie was entertaining. I found myself engaged. I enjoyed it for the most part. Definitely wasn't a movie that I'd say is like a strong, like, yes, I love this movie. But it also wasn't like, that was just trash. Although online is saying otherwise, I just didn't think it was terrible. But there are some things we got to talk about because there are some things I didn't really like and that were pretty weak. So when I saw the trailer, I'm like, whoa, Rebecca Ferguson is intense. I mean, she's just got that stare, like very questioning. And yeah, she does give you a lot of those, I don't know, it's a mix between like a puppy cocking its head and also a shark looking to kill you. So yeah, she has some of that intimidation, but not near as much as I was expecting. I mean, she's definitely flawed in ways because on one hand, if you're this super intelligent AI that can prove someone's guilt or innocence, why is Chris Pratt, who's still playing Chris, by the way, but why is he having to point out all these little things like, oh, did you see that in the camera? Or what about this? And she's like, interesting. If you're this super powerful AI that somehow the American people have entrusted to judge people, seems a little concerning that you can't pick up on these certain things. Then again, I don't know how deep we should really go in that route because I get the point of the movie is showing the strengths and weaknesses of AI, but it seemed a little too dumbed down at times where I'm like, okay, you didn't look at the neighbor's camera or you didn't review this or catch that. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on! The dialogue for the most part for the two main leads was decent, but like I said earlier, with the side characters, yeah, this isn't gonna spoil anything in the movie, but there's a line where the daughter's upset and she's like, you were looking at my secret Instagram? How dare you? Something like that. And I'm sitting here like, once again, is that how you'd really react? Is it? Hey daddy, I know you're gonna die in 90 minutes, but don't you ever look at my social media without my permission again. And then there's the finale. I honestly like the first 2/3 the most. The last third, yeah, it was exciting when you get the reveal, but it felt like they were trying to do too many things and it never reached that climactic point that I'd expect in a movie theater, the cinematic experience. I think a big problem is they tried to throw too many plots in. I mean, I feel like the writers were just like, hey, so you know how we have the mystery with Chris and figuring out if he's guilty or not? What if we layer it with this on the side? And then in the last 5 minutes, let's throw in this other part just to really send it home. It didn't really send me home. I see what they were trying to do. It wasn't executed great. In the end, there is a good message about how AI can't just completely take over for humanity, how you need that gut instinct, you need the human emotion side, and that facts aren't always facts. I'd say it's worth watching once. As far as the theater goes, though, I kind of feel like it was just an Amazon streaming movie that you could have just waited for. But did you see it? Do you think it was terrible? Do you think it was average like me? I mean, I honestly give it a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6 at times. Or are you just going to wait till streaming? As always, thanks for joining me in the bathroom. And if you liked what you saw, I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. That'd be pathetic. But I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to be passive. That's silly too. But how many people can you see in a bathroom reviewing movies? Come on.